It's a great place. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And the ball's pretty accurate. I mean, you know, from what you can see.
I don't know. Okay.
Arctic.
Yeah, and only, I was talking my time. I'm going by.
Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the March 13th meeting of the Board of Selectmen?
So moved.
Second,
Okay.
any discussion?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, pretty reasonable minute.
Minutes of the March 20th special meeting of the Board of Selectmen. I'd make a motion we approve.
Second.
That.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Did I get that one, Mary?
You got that right?
Did I get that second in that one?
No, you missed.
He's just back and forth. This is all.
Give it to him.
Give it to him.
I just spoke louder.
Yeah, but
You go back and listen to the recording. You'll hear he was in the meeting.
I'd like to make a motion. We had subsequent business not on the agenda.
Okay, what is,
Is that a second, Jay?
what is it? I want to know if it's something I want to put on.
Thank
No,
you.
I'm
He
kidding.
got that second.
I'm kidding.
I'll second and then we can have discussion.
Yeah,
Jay. That's the way
It was a
works.
recommendation from Bob Papson to appoint a lady to.
Right, I saw that,
And
yes, okay. All in favor, yeah.
All in favor? Aye. So under appointments and resignations, I would make a motion that we appoint Christine Adams to the inland wetlands. And that would be until the November elections.
No, that's until June of 25, then we'll have to appoint her again.
Okay, until
And then
June
with,
twenty
yeah,
twenty-five.
she's just filling out a term.
Got it. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Christine has attended meetings. I've met with her. She submitted a nice letter of interest.
Yeah.
Very well qualified. Lucky to have her, I would say.
Great.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Christine.
Yes,
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
And working.
Did you get that?
Resignation working, yeah.
Okay. And the other was we got a resignation from Dave Workoven for zoning. So, first of all, huge thank you to Dave.
Oh, my goodness.
He's been on there for many years, did a phenomenal job.
Uh,
So no action needed, but a huge thank you.
Oh, my goodness. Is he still on Park and Rec too?
No, he hasn't
So
been on
is
that
this
for
the last
years.
commission that he's involved with then?
It could
think
be,
so.
you know, and
Boy, he's been just,
he's phenomenal and I get it. He wants to be more with his grandchildren. They're getting older. So,
but
Now-
he's a great role model for people on being on a commission.
yeah,
He always puts in the time,
yep,
very great at meetings,
Yep.
asks good questions, but that's too bad.
for sure. Jay.
Well, a big thank you from us
Yep.
for all the work he's
I don't have a potential appointment for that tonight, but I would anticipate two potential good candidates at our next Board of Selectmen's meeting.
Great.
Waiting
Are they,
on another.
okay, great, good to hear.
I don't have,
Any other spots we should be talking to people about filling?
there's, you know, we occasionally put out in the blast or the commission support where there's vacancies. There's very few, I think, right now.
I didn't bring my list, Dean, I'm sorry, because I was
That's okay.
updating it.
I don't remember
There's
seeing
a
like
couple
that.
of, there's a couple of vacancies scattered, but
Okay.
I don't have anything tonight or this week. Selectmen?
Nothing for me.
I just have one thing, our Earth Day is coming up, April 22nd. We're celebrating here in town on the 26th. The Sustainability Committee's been working with, the Washington Environmental Council to organize that. There'll be events held over at Judy Black Park, so thank you to them also. What's now annual newsletter from Sustainability will be coming out that week. So just people keep a heads up on that and hope to see some folks down here. And the thing I really wanted to mention is that we will be offering again, reduced costs for getting your, water tested. If you're interested in doing that, you can come down that day, pick up a bottle, go home and bring it back. And, the group from company out of Newtown, will, collect them and get a report back to you. And, it's a $90 fee versus 100 and something that they usually charge. So, people are, it's a good thing to do every year if you're on a well. So
It's great, Jay.
that's it.
I'm sorry, what day, 26th?
26th, it's a Saturday. Yes.
Is that Earth Day?
Earth Day is actually the 22nd every year,
Oh, yeah,
but we're
right.
doing it because of the weekend.
Yeah.
And WEC, I guess, hasn't decided, I don't think, when the road cleanup, because there was
We can't
something.
figure out where to put the dumpster.
That's what, yeah,
Actually,
so.
We got that settled this afternoon.
Oh, great.
So I spoke to Monique.
Yeah.
The highway department, remember our whole truck program with buying the Max? One of the Max they bought, the bed is actually a roll-off container.
Oh, wow.
And it's all been fully refurbished. What they're gonna do is they're gonna roll the container off on the 26th. We'll cone off, I think, 3 of the parking spots by the EV charger.
Yeah.
And then WEC can hang their banner.
Oh, great,
And then the guys will come pick it back up Monday morning, dispose of it. and
great. Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's great. I didn't know that yet. So
Thank you.
thank you.
No old business, under new business, I would like to make a motion to forward the draft of the proposed fiscal year 2025-2026 budget to the Board of Finance for their meeting Monday night. The preliminary budget has a 2.3% increase and presently stands at $22,165,731.
I'll second that.
Second, as everyone knows, we spend about 3 to 4 months putting that together. It's a pretty intense process, but I think we came out with a budget that we all feel good about, meets all the needs of the town and is responsible to our taxpayers. So if all goes well, there will be no increase with this. And I think that's, I mean, not that we ever make that a focal point, but that's like 8 years in a row we haven't
Yeah.
had an increase.
It's great.
in taxes, so that's pretty good. Is there a second?
Dean did.
Dean did, he's on it now.
Dean got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you did, right.
Any other discussion?
Just want to thank the staff and Linda Gomez in particular, but the rest of the staff who submit their budgets on time and work hard to keep them in line and yet provide the services to the town. It's great work from those folks.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jay.
May I have that motion?
Yes,
Don't lose it, please. Thank you.
all in favor?
Would this be a good place to get on the record and let people know what the process
Oh,
is
yeah.
from here forward? when it
Sure,
goes to
so-
town vote?
Yeah, so this will go to the Board of Finance for their approval, questions, comments. It will then we will have a budget hearing where people can discuss, ask for reductions, lobby for increase, whatever the case may be, ask questions. That is on the
1st of May.
1st of May.
Well, the town meeting is the 15th, so. the
Oh,
week
that, but 2
before.
weeks
So
earlier.
2 weeks earlier,
it's
so
the
that's the 1st.
The
yeah.
1st of May, and then 2
Backing.
weeks after, we'll have the budget vote, and it's important for people to understand. The time to make changes to the budget are at the hearing. It'll be the Board of Selectmen with the Board of Finance. When we meet on the 15th, that's the vote, yea or nay,
And it's town vote at town hall.
at Town Hall.
Can we vote on it?
I think we did.
Okay.
We voted to send that to the
Great.
Board of Finance. Opening bids for hauling and disposal of the transfer station. We have Stone Construction, so current hauler. Maybe,
Tell the weather's nice, nobody's on. Side
Yeah.
watching our meeting.
Hey, Jim, while you're opening, any progress on the well?
yeah, for the transfer station?
Yeah,
Yeah, not in a,
clarification or?
well. A little bit, because DEP in their letter. Put in much greater stipulations than were required with capping of the landfill. In other words,
Right.
the environmental firm has to test they have to do more parameters. So now instead of
5 now?
yeah, we need at least 4 wells instead of 2. There's 18 parameters instead of 14.
Wow.
What
So
the-
So the environmental company had it right, not the.
They were close. They were a little low, actually, but
Wow.
yeah. So stone construction bids, on item number one, $330 a haul. With 100% credit to the town for scrap metal. That's item number one. Item number two, recycling and MSW, $350 a haul. And item number three, demolition materials, $820 a haul and $125 a ton over 4 tons. So we'll go through.
Is that the only bid we got?
It's the only bid,
Oh,
so,
boy.
we'll go through and see how that stacks up to this year. The face of it, it looks basically the same.
Okay,
I don't see any changes. So I think what we'll do is if all checks out, we'll award at our next meeting. That works for everybody.
just mentioning that part of the newsletter that article I wrote is about how much, stuff we've taken out of out of our MSW and recycling, how much food waste, something like 7.5 tons, and how much, glass that we're now getting, it's like triple that, but I don't have the numbers, but you'll see them in the newsletter. It's really been great. People have done that.
I had an email inquiry from NBC Universal today. They were doing, and it was all about with Earth Day coming up, recycling initiatives, and they sent it to, looks like every municipality, but gave them a pretty comprehensive answer to the different things we're doing.
Doing great stuff, and the staff up there has been great.
Yeah.
All right.
Request from the Northwest Connecticut Arts Council to waive the fee for the use of the main hall.
What are they doing in the meantime?
That's their annual
fundraiser.
fundraiser. So I would make a motion that we waive the fee of $750. For the Northwest Arts Council. I mean, I think this is, my sense is this is in line with what we try to promote here in town
Yeah.
and benefits.
Well, we're a part of that.
Right.
I assume so. I'll second that. It doesn't mean they get waived, so people know, not that there's, for the, custodian fee or
Right,
they still have to get
insurance,
insurance and all
right.
that other stuff.
Strictly the usage fee. All in favor?
Aye.
Two proposed ordinances. I would make a motion, I'm gonna read the ordinances, but I would make a motion that we forward this for a town meeting and we put it on the May agenda. First of all, as town clerk. The ordinance would read, upon expiration of the elective term ending in November 2025 and pursuant to Connecticut General Statutes 9.189A and 7-16A. The office of town clerk shall thereafter be filled by appointment of a qualified individual. Such appointment shall be made pursuant to a majority vote of the Board of Selectmen. The term of office shall be 4 years until a successor is appointed and qualified. A vacancy in the position shall be filled in the same manner. Prior to the expiration of any appointed term, the town clerk may be removed for just cause by majority vote of the Board of Selectmen. And this is to include the tax collector as well, this motion. Upon expiration of the elective term ending in November 2027 and pursuant to Connecticut General Statutes 9-189B, the office of tax collector shall thereafter be filled by appointment of a qualified individual. Such appointment shall be made pursuant to a majority vote of the Board of Selectmen. The term of office shall be 4 years or until a successor is appointed and qualified. A vacancy in the position shall be filled in the same manner. Prior to the expiration of any appointed term, the tax collector may be removed for just cause by majority vote of the Board of Selectmen. Is there a second?
Second,
So to give context as to why we did this, there's a variety of reasons. Number one, there's a slight majority in the state of Connecticut where tax collectors and town clerks are appointed throughout municipalities. But it also lends, these are highly, not that any are unimportant, but these are very important positions in town. And an appointment over an elected position gives us a much broader net to cast. In other words, we can appoint from anywhere. You know, we find it much like our assessor, you find a qualified individual. That's the major rationale for it. The second is that both of these offices require substantial training and state certification. And we want to hold on to and retain good people.
I would just like to add for the record that this was something we discussed long ago. When it became apparent that we can do this, has nothing to do with the passing of our beloved Sheila Anson, our longtime town clerk. It
Absolutely.
just coincidentally coincides with that, but
And just add to, the qualified issue is the critical part. We've been very lucky in our town to have people who are qualified or who spent significant amount of time getting qualified right after they got elected, but it doesn't guarantee that that can happen in the future. And those positions require quite a bit of knowledge and training, and we want to be sure that whoever we put in that place has that experience and has that knowledge.
And that unique skill set.
Yeah, it is.
Required from dealing with the public to the technical aspects.
Right, and
they're also apolitical positions to me. They
yes.
just-
Yeah, they're not.
They absolutely
They
are.
should not, the
Yeah.
electorate,
So,
certainly has a say in town government,
Yeah.
but this is a position that is perfunctory
Right.
and
it's more like having Linda Gomez as the head of the finance director. We hired her with all those, with the finance skills. We
Right.
want to have the same thing with those two positions.
Yeah,
right.
It's just so important, and the people we've had have been great.
all in favor?
I,
Visitors, anyone online? Hearing none, I would make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
I.
Did you get that?
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I get the adjourn every